Hello and welcome to Gena Moon. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. Remember that this is a general reading, so take it as it resonates. It could be you towards somebody or somebody here towards you. So if you feel the need to reverse the roles, then go ahead and do so. Okay. All right, let's see. You are starting with the dominant energy of the drum roll. And you have here inner wisdom, okay? And it comes with a message. I'm going to read out the message for you. It says, inner wisdom, you have the key to the solution. Things may look complicated and out of reach at this particular moment, but subconsciously, you know what you have to do. So don't allow any fear to impede your way forward. Meditate on your question and reflect on life experiences and lessons in order to find the answer, okay? So here with inner wisdom, there's an older man on the, the card here, the image of an older man. And so this kind of reminds me a little bit of the Hermit. Okay, some of you guys may be dealing with a Virgo, doesn't have to be. But what this basically pertains to and what this is, saying for you is that you need to stop seeking for the answers outside of you. You have the answers within you, okay? Perhaps some of you guys are sitting in denial or are not really ready to face the truth. Sometimes facing the truth, okay, could probably be a little bit difficult, okay, for most humans, right? And so this is telling you the answer is already within you. You already know the key to the solution, okay? So again, if you meditate on your question, this is also advising you to meditate, right? Maybe if you're feeling very stressed out, you don't know what to do, you're confused, meditate on it, okay? And also reflect on your life experiences and your lessons. So people go through life experiencing different things, problems, happiness, solutions. They meet different people, right? And you learn from all those things. You learn from people. You learn from experiences, the good and the bad. And so this is telling you, you've had a lot of experiences in your life to kind of, gather from, right? To find the answer. And what this is indicating is that if you're going through a situation right now where you might be feeling a little bit confused, what's the answer? What should you do? Reflect back on your past experiences. Perhaps there's a similarity. Something here that is happening currently is a little bit similar to something that you have experienced in the past. What did you do in the past? How did that past situation unfold for you? Learn from it. Take the lessons from that past experience and apply them to this experience in order to find the answer. But always remember that it lies within you, okay? So this is inner wisdom, like I said. We're going to put this one on the side, however, and then we are going to get one more dominant energy just to see what this is all about from this other deck. Okay, so let's see what we have here for you. Parrot Spirit, okay? So it says here, Parrot Spirit, watch your words, okay? So as you all know, maybe some of you guys don't know, but parrots literally, kind of parrot everything that you say. They learn it. I've even seen online where, on Tik Tok, where parrots even try to imitate that same voice, okay? I saw this video the other day where a parrot was literally singing like Rihanna. I mean, if I was looking away, I would have thought that that was the Rihanna song playing because it parrots back the same thing. So watch your words, Parrot Spirit, okay? Again, this is all about if you're kind of getting ready to communicate something to somebody, watch what you say. Watch, perhaps this could be related to a past experience. What did you learn from that past experience? Perhaps you spoke too much. Perhaps you were, who knows, maybe you came across as overly cold-hearted, right? So watch your words, Parrot Spirit. But again, this is not telling you not to speak up. It's not telling you to stay quiet. It's just telling you, watch how you phrase things. Watch how you say things. Sometimes, perhaps you're in a bad mood and somebody asks you something and you just kind of blurt something out and then feelings get hurt, right? So this is all that it's saying, number 45, Parrot Spirit. Just watch the way that, again, you approach the situation. You kind of, say something. Let's go ahead and see more so about what the situation is all about. And now we're going to get into the actual tarot. Okay. All right. Let's see. What is this all about? Okay. So let's spread out all of these energies, okay, first. And then I'm going to go ahead and clarify each and every position for you. So right away, I do see the sign of Capricorn, okay? The sign of Cancer as well at the bottom here, the Queen of Wands. So you could possibly be dealing with a very attractive person, okay? Whether this is you or somebody here that you are dealing with, this is, at the bottom of the deck. This basically means that there is somebody here around that is very confident, okay? Whether you are attracted to somebody who is very confident, you are attracted to somebody here who comes across as just kind of knowing what they want, or this could possibly be you, okay? I feel like there's a very fiery energy. It could be a person who knows how to dress, who knows how to kind of delegate things, okay? It could be a feminine energy as well, okay? It doesn't have to be, but I do see here, there's some kind of an element there of confidence, okay? Now, I see also with the Four of Wands, this is the situation right now, whether you are in a marriage or going through some kind of a situation where you want to kind of, perhaps finalize something, because this is kind of like the final outcome of a relationship, right? This is the wedding, right? Right here in this image, there is a wedding here, okay? So this could be, that you are going through some kind of rite of passage, whether it's at work, whether it's with your family related matters, whether it's on a personal level or in a relationship. This is some kind of a rite of passage. Now here, the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit challenging because this is in your challenge position, the Ten of Pentacles, okay? It might be a little bit challenging to either create abundance within a connection. There could be money issues for some of you guys. There could be a sense of, are you stable enough in order to take this to the next level? Perhaps some of you guys want to already commit to somebody, or somebody wants to commit to you. But again, the level of stability is lacking. It is still not there. For others of you guys, it could be a little bit challenging within a connection, relationship, or a marriage to stabilize it. Okay, there's something here a little bit unstable. If this is business related, then there could be a little bit of a challenging energy coming through with regards to how to make money, how to make a profit, right? For others, it could be an investment that you're like, okay, this is not really working out, right? There's some kind of sense of lack of stability, okay, in an area of your life. With the Hanged Man here, yeah, so, what this is representing is your desires and your fears, okay? So with regards to your desires and your fears, this has to do with you not really taking action. I do see that, you perhaps right now, it kind of goes hand in hand with the inner wisdom, okay, here with this inner wisdom card, because this man is not taking action and neither is this one, right? It's almost as if you do desire something or someone or whatever it is, okay, that you do desire, but right now you're taking a step back to see more clearly, to see the situation, kind of from a different perspective even. I do see that you will get some kind of enlightenment, but you do have to take a step back in order to get that sense of enlightenment, that sense of clarity, okay? I do see that perhaps there is somebody here around you also where maybe they're not taking much action. I feel like you're the one, however, not taking action towards something that you do desire, but you're still watching it, you're still waiting. However, you're waiting for clarity to come through first. With the Five of Cups here, this is the root of the issue. So the root of the issue as to, some kind of a blockage, challenging energy, a lack of stability. Perhaps somebody here is not ready to commit, okay? That could be it, okay? The fact that somebody here is still, sad. They're still sad. They're still depressed about something that happened in their past, whether this is you or somebody around you. But the root of the issue is the fact that somebody here is regretting something, or they're still kind of like in that energy where woe is me, right? They're very sad. They're kind of disappointed. They're thinking too much about the negative instead of focusing in on the possibilities and focusing in on the opportunities. It could be somebody here who's very pessimistic. If this is you, again, you have two opportunities right behind you. See, this man here, yeah, he's looking at all of these cups that are spilled, okay, but there's two opportunities right behind him. So again, you have to look at it from a different perspective, a more positive perspective if this is you. In the recent past with the Two of Swords, you did make a decision in the recent past. past. Yeah, at first you were overthinking, you were overanalyzing the situation, okay? But then you kind of grew tired and you just said, you know what, enough is enough. I'm making this decision now. So you were very decisive in something. Now, coming towards you in your opportunity, you're going to have an opportunity to either one, okay, become this King of Swords energy, right? This is all about the mind, you know, that mental clarity, that kind of energy where you're very intelligent, you tell it like it is, right? But there's also an energy here where perhaps somebody here, you know, is going to come towards you with this kind of energy, whether again this is somebody around you, somebody brand new, but in the near future you will be dealing with this type of energy. Somebody here who doesn't really like to show emotions, somebody here who might have been hurt in the past, and that's the reason why they're holding up that sword, right? It's kind of like when you communicate with them or when they communicate with you, you know, either they come across as cold-hearted or you might come across as cold-hearted. I feel like for most of you, this is you, okay? This is, however, it's recommending for you. Yes, it's not telling you go ahead and spill out all those emotions and wear your heart on your sleeve. No, because it's telling you watch your words, right? Because you are already in this energy. It's not telling you to not use your mind. It's telling you keep using your mind, right? Still be intelligent about your decisions that you need to make, right? More so rational decisions rather than emotional decisions. But if you're going to communicate something, make sure that you watch your words, because I feel like you might come across as a little bit cold-hearted, okay? They might see you, somebody might perceive you as just kind of like, you know, being a little bit too blunt or too honest with them. Now, with the Four of Pentacles, this is in your subconscious thoughts, okay? And so this is basically something that you're holding on to, whether right now you're holding on to your actual pentacles because you're like, okay, you don't know if you're going to have enough, you know, money for the next day, for the next month, that kind of thing. So I do see that right now you're focused in on saving your money, on not spending money, on how to invest it more wisely. It could also be related to your emotions. Perhaps right now you are not really opening up your emotions all that much. You're kind of like more reserved. You're trying to keep everything within, you know, you're not really, I feel like you are talking, you are communicating, but you're not really communicating how you truly feel or what you truly want, okay? Now, I do see with the Devil here. This is how one person sees the other or the situation. So I see that there's some kind of an element where in the situation, one person sees this situation, could be you, you know, the way that you see it, as a little bit toxic, as a little bit, you know, kind of controlling, domineering. It could be manipulative, or it could be that for some, a very small group of you guys, there might be a third party situation. That's only for a small group of you guys. But overall energy means that somebody feels like the situation is already becoming toxic. It's been toxic, or it's already kind of like somebody is stuck in some kind of repetitive addiction, okay? Addiction to something that is very negative, okay? You might feel stuck. You might feel like somebody is trying to keep you in bondage, or again, could be vice versa, okay? But there's something kind of toxic and negative there. It could also be temptation. Somebody here trying to come in to tempt you to go back into something that you know is not good for you, okay? But here with the Nine of Cups reverse, you need to focus on your manifestations, because right now I see that either you're trying to manifest but you don't see any manifestations happening because you might be too focused on the negative. Again, this is all about taking action towards what you really want, what you really desire. Sometimes people see this card as a little bit selfish, but this is the action that you need to take. At times, you must be a little bit selfish, okay, with yourself, with your dreams, with your desires, in order to get what you want. Why? Because perhaps you've already given enough to a situation, and now this is telling you don't feel guilty if you need to be a little bit selfish, a little bit reserved, a little bit self-focused, self-care, self-love, that kind of thing, okay? Because that's the only way that you can get your manifestations. Now, I do see that the final result will be the Chariot reverse, which basically means that you're not going to have to confront a situation, okay? I feel like there's going to be some kind of perhaps some kind of energy where you need to tap into your courage, okay? Tap into your courage. I do feel like, you know, the final result related to this one, there's some kind of an energy here coming through for you where it says that you're not going to have to fight for what you want, okay? But again, you have to focus on yourself. I feel like you would have to fight for what you want, okay, and confront a situation if you again, stop focusing on yourself and you keep focusing on that person, the outside energy. Okay, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Now let's go ahead and clarify why this is your dominant energy. So why is watch your words and inner wisdom here as your dominant energy? So you have here the 6 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, as well as the 8 of Cups, and at the bottom of the deck, the 4 of Cups. Okay, so yeah, I do see that there is going to be some kind of an opportunity coming in here for you. So that's why it's saying stay positive. Look for the positive outcome. Don't focus on the negative, because I feel like somebody here is too pessimistic. You know, they're too focused on the negative outcome. What if this doesn't work out? You know, this is a new opportunity. This is something new coming towards you. So if you're too focused on the negative, you might miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime, okay? I see that for a very small group of you guys, not for everybody, for a very small group of you guys, the past is coming back in, okay? The past here is coming back in to say hello. They miss you. You know, they want to be with you. But I feel like this past energy is kind of not completely honest. They're not being completely honest with you. There's some kind of energy there where this person, yeah, they might miss you, but I feel like if you go back into it, they might disappoint you again, because that's you walking away feeling a sense of disappointment. Okay, it could also be vice versa. Maybe you miss somebody, right? And you're like, oh my God, this is tempting. Do I want to call them? Do I want to text them? But this is telling you, you know, there's some kind of sneaky behavior going on there. There might be some kind of lies or something here that is a little bit off. Okay, so not everything will be as it seems if somebody from the past comes in. Just be aware of that. Okay. Now let's go ahead and see more so about, I want to clarify this devil. Okay, let's clarify why the devil is here. That wanted to flip out, we will take it. 3 of Wands, the Fool, as well as the Wheel of Fortune. So here also the 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this could be a very independent spirit, a very independent person, a person who either likes money or likes to spend a lot of money. It could be that this person has been single or is single for quite a while, or it could just be the fact that this person has their own business. But I see that this person likes a lot of luxurious things. They like being around nice things, that kind of thing. But I also see here that there is some kind of money situation, okay, regarding this person. Now remember, in your challenge position, you have here the 10 of Pentacles, which means that you might find it challenging, okay, to stabilize the situation or yourself or whatever this is, okay, financially. So there's some kind of financial aspect with regards to the devil energy. This person could be an overspender, could be that this person, you know, just likes to be around nice things, that kind of vibe. But I do see here that your indication here is to take a step back. Okay, you're being indicated to take a step back with the 3 of Wands. Take a step back with regards to, again, this toxic energy, whatever this is for you. It could be a job, it could be an environment, it could be a person, whoever this is. And instead focus on a brand new beginning. Instead focus on something new, right? Because when you focus on something new, that is meant for you. You're meant to take a step back from this, okay? You can only find your manifestation through this energy of the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is coming towards you, okay? But also what's coming towards you is this energy here of kind of like, you know, toxic energy or tempting energy, where you know that this is not it for you, okay? Now let's go ahead and see more so. Let's see who this other person is, a King of Swords. Why is a King of Swords here as the energy that you're going to either meet in the near future? This could be you becoming this in the near future, but let's see what this is all about. King of Swords, what's coming towards you? So here we have the Death, the King of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords reverse, and the 8 of Cups. Yeah, so it seems likely like you're going to have to put something to an end. Remember, this is why this is telling you, watch your words in the near future. In the near future, you're going to have to speak up. Yes, because you have been disappointed or you will be disappointed. If somebody here or something here disappoints you, it's basically telling you, watch your words, but yes, it's something here that is coming to an end or that needs to end. I feel like you're going to get ready to kind of, you know, put something to an end that has been rather toxic or is turning into something rather toxic. The moment that you do that, okay, look at that. your finances will improve. You're going to become this King of Pentacles. This is all about you having that money, that stability, whether it's in a relationship, in a connection, at work, whatever this is. And again, all of your worries will start to vanish. The Nine of Swords reverse. But you do have to put something to an end in order for those stresses, that problem to go away, okay? And again, it has to do with something here that might cause some kind of disappointment, and it's kind of asking you to speak up, but watch your words, okay? Now let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and clarify more so of your action advice. The Nine of Cups reversed, okay? Remember that. You have to focus on your manifestations. It's self-focused energy. It might come across as a little bit selfish, but in reality, it's not, because it looks like you've been giving a lot to something. Let's see. You have here the Temperance. You have also the Eight of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and also the Sun. So yeah, look at that. Once you start focusing in on yourself, okay, which I feel like it's very hard for you to do, okay, care more about yourself, right? You're going to have happiness. Happiness, joy, fulfillment will be coming in. And if you want news, right, excuse me, if you've been trying to find out information about someone or something, that information will come to the light, okay? But again, you have to focus on yourself. These decisions have to be made, okay, regarding your better future, right? Now, also with these other energies, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be for everybody, but I see that you have to be patient also. Be patient with your manifestation. Once you start focusing in on yourself, okay, this is telling you be patient with the process. There's also a lack of balance in different areas of your life. Perhaps you're kind of spending too much time and energy in only one area, and it's telling you need to start balancing out all these areas, okay, of your life. And yeah, again, the focus is on start to walk away from situations, people that again have disappointed you, or somebody here or something that will be disappointing you. Once you do that, I see that you're going to get the help that you need, whether it's financial help, whether this is, abundance that, is coming in. But I see here that there's going to be a person who's going to give you a helping hand. That could be part of your manifestation. Somebody here who's going to help you in some kind of way. It could be emotionally, financially, or a friend, that kind of thing. Okay. Now let's go ahead and further clarify the Chariot reversed. Okay, so why is the Chariot reversed here? So we have here the Empress as well as the Hermit and the Four of Cups at the bottom here, the Eight of Cups again. I mean, this is the third time you get the Eight of Cups. Walk away from something that has disappointed you or is no longer for you. I mean, the emphasis is there, okay? Now, you could be dealing with a Virgo, you could be dealing with a Taurus, doesn't have to be, but I do see that instead of, I feel like taking action towards giving or over giving to someone or something, take a step back. Again, Hermit energy, right? Go into yourself. The answers do not lie outside of you. Your answers lie within you. There will be an opportunity that's going to be coming in for you. Once again, the Four of Cups, okay? And take it on. This is something here that has a potential to grow into something more beautiful. I do also see that you need to balance out your feminine and masculine energies. I see also that for others of you guys, you might attract a feminine energy in order to help you balance out your masculine energy, okay? Perhaps you've been a little bit too lean, or you're leaning on to your masculine energy, whether you are male or female, doesn't matter. And there's going to be some kind of an element here where somebody's going to come in to either teach you how to become more attuned with becoming understanding, right? Listening, right? Not really pushing for an answer, that kind of thing, okay? Now let's go ahead and see more so about who this person is. Let's use this other deck. And how is this person, perceiving you? What's going on with them? Just general energy. Okay, so here we have, let's see at the bottom, hunger. Okay, so hunger, and then we also have here determination, consciousness, and creativity. So you are dealing with a person who might come across as rather hungry, right? Either hungry for money, right? Because we have finances here, or it could be just hungry for you. But hunger has to do with a lack, right? When you're when you don't have food in your system, in your stomach, you feel hungry, right? You feel like you need to go out there and get food. So this is not a very good kind of energy to be in, okay? At times, sometimes when it comes to, yes, determination, it's good to be hungry, right? To be determined. But I feel like there is some kind of an energy here regarding this person who is coming across as either a little bit pushy, a little bit, kind of hungry for money or hungry for you or something of that matter. I mean, only you know what this is. You can let me know in the comments below. But there's also determination, consciousness, and creativity. So you're dealing with a very determined person, okay? And along with consciousness and creativity, it's almost as if they're using their creativity, okay, in order to get to you in some kind of way, to grab your attention, to get your attention. Sometimes people become a little bit more creative when they're hungry, right? I recently watched a movie about airplane that crashed in, I believe it was Uruguay or Argentina. And whenever, those people that were waiting there, they started to get hungry and they started to get very determined to stay alive. And so they started getting creative. They started kind of like, sewing different clothing together to create a blanket. So there's some kind of an element where this person might be very creative, they might be very determined, okay? They might come across as just kind of, I feel like there's some kind of conscious awareness also coming in through for them, okay? So I feel like there's some kind of conscious awareness where they're going to learn some kind of lesson. I feel like this person might be learning a lesson, will be learning a lesson with regards to how they are kind of like, being around you or their behavior, okay? But let's go ahead and now finalize your reading with one message here. One final message to end the reading. So you have your lizard spirit, okay, with the number 38, and this says, dream the world into being. Again, your action advice is the 9 of Cups, right? Reverse, which means that you need to focus in on your manifestations. And so here with lizard spirit, dream the world into being. Anything that you want, you can have, right? But you need to start focusing in on your manifestations. All right, this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. And remember that if you do want to watch the extended reading, that's where we go into this other person's subconscious thoughts about you, their deeper feelings, emotions for you, their next moves and actions towards you, and how this entire situation is all going to unfold for you. The link to the extended is down in the description box below. And in the extended is where we dive deeper into the situation, into the other person's subconscious thoughts about you, their deeper feelings, emotions for you, their next moves, actions towards you, how this entire situation is all going to develop and turn out for you. And we're going to go ahead and get a final message from source. Okay, so that final message will tie everything up for you. If you want to watch a link to the extended, you can watch that link to the extended down in the description box below. You will find that link. For any personal readings, also, you can find the link to my personal readings down in the description box below. And check out all of your monthly readings, your mid-monthly readings, all of your last week's readings, blessings readings, love readings. You can find all of those links to your sign down in the first comment that I pinned down below as well. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment down below. Take very good care of yourselves, and until next time, bye-bye. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below. And check out my website at GenaMoon.com. Click on shop. I do have new jewelry pieces, rings, bracelets, crystals, necklaces, and so much more for both men and women. So check that out at GenaMoon.com and click on shop, and follow me on Instagram at Gena Moon Official, as I will be posting more on there.